It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. This is episode 296. I am your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my lovely, beautiful co-host, Noelle Winters H.
Winters H. Hello.
Hello. Teen Mom 2, Season 3, Episode 1. We're on a brand new season of Teen Mom 2. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I want to cover this just forever.
We're going to because Teen Mom's going to get canceled.
Is my screen blurry or is this me? Am I dying?
You're dying.
Okay, I'm going to rub it anyway. Hello? Look. Ooh. Magic.
Thanks for rubbing it.
You're welcome. See? So you see my bag's much better now.
Yeah, no, my bag too. I love it.
All right, we're here.
That's my Christian Dior bag.
Ooh, you fancy bags. You have fancy bags. I have Target bag, Walmart bag.
If you guys want to hear more about my Christian Dior bag, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you will find all of our episodes. It was just my birthday. You could hear about the amazing gifts that I got from my nice friends and the amazing things that Noelle did for me. Oh,
I just love you.
love
like
you.
I love you even when it's not your birthday.
Oh, I only love you around your birthday.
All right. Well, you got a couple of months to go.
Well, I will be, we'll all be waiting.
Okay.
With bated breath. Speaking of bated breath, let's talk about Jenelle.
I'm here for it.
She passed her first drug test. Duh.
She's trying to stay sober.
She signed up for summer classes, and she got a little weirded out because her probation officer watched her make pee.
But like, that's a thing.
She doesn't know that this is the first official drug test.
It's sad because like she's doing really well right now.
She's actually doing super well. So Dustin calls and she puts on speaker, and Jace is listening intently.
I love this kid.
Jace is like, all right,
He's like, okay,
doing well.
That's what Justin said. Oh, Dustin said, right?
Yeah. So she watches Jace every Saturday. What a hero.
I know. Oh, wow. You watch your kid.
So she interviews at a daycare, and this is what she says. I want to
say
quote
it.
her.
Say it.
Quote, I'm really good at keeping my temper. I don't yell. I never yell.
She never yells.
All right. And she also said that she can't work Saturdays because she has to watch her own child. And it's like, hey, tell me you don't have custody without telling me you don't have custody.
But imagine what they're thinking there. They're like, okay, so she can't work Saturdays because she has to watch her son.
Meaning like she probably has no one to help her. I don't know. I don't think they think what it is.
Sure.
So she goes to the beach with Marissa, and I'm like, Marissa.
Yeah.
You didn't have any friends because all of your friends had drug charges.
Well, she has Marissa. I don't think this is the first time we saw her though. I just don't think she was a real friend.
Yeah. I'm just saying like, all right.
It's slim pickings, I guess.
Right. So Marissa turns to her on the beach and goes, quote, so like, how was rehab, dude?
Okay. She can't stop saying, dude. How is rehab, dude? You're doing good, dude.
Okay. So she talks to her about going on bipolar meds, and I'm like, I don't know. So she goes home and she gives Jace a bath because she took Jace to the beach. Jace is all sandy. So Babs is like, rinse him off first with the shower head because he's so sandy.
There's something wrong here.
Already there's something wrong.
Right. But like, Jenelle is on something here.
She's high right
now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
She got high at the beach. Yeah. No.
Because like there's something is way off.
No. She didn't decide that night afterwards when she went out with Marissa.
Right.
She decided
high okay.
She's already high.
I thought
absolutely. So she's like, don't tell me how to bathe my son. And she's like, oh no, I'm just saying like rinse him off with the thing because I don't know if you've ever sat in a bath of sand.
Yeah.
But you're gonna scratch your ass.
Yeah. Put the shower on him. Just rinse him off.
Right. And so then he gets out of the bath and she doesn't put a diaper on him right away. And she's tidying up his room.
Right. And then
Babs is like, yeah, he's a boy. You have to put a diaper on him right now. He's going to pee on the floor. He loves peeing on the floor. It's his favorite.
Babs isn't even mean about it, though.
No,
She's just like, oh, Jenelle, like, he's just going to, this is what he does.
Yeah. Like,
just put a diaper on him. And then she's like, I'm cleaning his room. I would think you would say thank you.
Right. So they're fighting.
God.
And she says, quote, shut up. Don't talk to me. I'm done. Goodbye. And I'm like, hold on, wait. I'm just like having a little flashback of the daycare. Quote, I'm really good at keeping my temper. I don't yell. I never yell.
I feel bad for Babs here because Babs like, why are you acting like this? What's wrong with you? And she's like, you're my problem.
So she leaves with Marissa.
And you already know how this is going to go.
I'm like, she relapsed before she got home.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So she relapsed. So Amber is coming over, even though she just gave birth. So Amber comes over with the placenta dragging behind her.
Yes.
She's like, no one's even cut the cord yet.
She just got the daddy stitch.
She's nice and tight. She comes right over. And she's like, yeah, so I just had a baby.
Right.
And
But what
Janelle's
can I
like,
do for you?
right, clearly. And she's like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't really care. Are you still bleeding? I don't care. Anyway, she's like, last night I relapsed. I smoked weed with Marissa.
Right.
And
I like
haven't-
that she's like, I was like, oh, let me just have one hit. And then I just kept going and I took 3.
Right. But like,
Uh-huh.
Amber's like, why would Marissa go and smoke with you?
Right. Yeah, Marissa's also a jerk for that too.
Yeah. And
Because
she's like,
she made it seem like Marissa was like, I'm gonna smoke. Do you want to smoke with me? Like
right,
she
she's
wasn't
like, you don't have to.
Yeah. Of course. Well, why would you even do that in front of her?
That's insane.
Yeah, you're a jerk.
That's insane.
Yeah, you're a jerk. And it's like
She has a drug test in a week.
Yeah, you're screwed.
That's
Pot stays in your system like for ages.
Forever.
Yeah. You're
Good
screwed.
luck.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Everything that she did for that rehab is gone.
She's like, I just went to rehab for 30 days and I feel like I washed it all down the drain. You did.
You did. That's
you
why.
did. You should have stayed for longer.
Well, that's the problem. She should have stayed for longer. She wasn't there for the right reasons. She was there
She
because she was
also
lonely.
didn't get rid of her friends.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So Chelsea, her and
Mhm.
Adam are great because Adam's been nice and they are taking things slow.
I don't know if I buy that, but sure.
Okay. So taking things slow to Chelsea means she doesn't say anything to Adam that upsets
Right.
him.
Uh-huh.
And she just shuts the fuck up.
She's a yes man, basically.
Mhm. So she's
Yeah.
been working long hours and she wants to be a hair salon receptionist instead. So she's like, I don't know. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I want to get a new job.
Right, but she's upset because every time she goes to her mother's house, Aubrey's already sleeping. But I
Right.
think it's more about whatever fight she had with her manager.
Oh, did she have a fight?
I'm sorry. That's in the next episode. I'm
Okay, we
skipping
didn't get
ahead.
there.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So she's taking more practice tests
Right.
and she's telling Mary about how Adam wants to take them to dinner.
I
And
like
Mary
that-
is like, sounds like you guys are in love.
Right.
Sounds like Adam wants to marry you. He's probably going to propose at this dinner, Chelsea.
Right. What are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear on your wedding day?
What are you going to wear? Should we go wedding dress shopping?
Do you want to stop your birth control?
You should stop your birth control. Why don't you have another baby?
Right? You should just do that.
Do it anyway.
Mary, you're the worst. I like though that she's like, okay, what's your beauty school timeline? Chelsea's like, I don't have a timeline. No shit.
Yeah, no, we've noticed that all the way.
You're not very timey-liney.
No, not at all.
No.
So they don't have a label.
Right. Okay. I've seen this go very bad in real
So
life.
Erica comes over because Chelsea's studying.
Anybody who can hang out with Aubrey, I guess.
Right. So she's like, let's go outside instead of me studying.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Erica's like, yeah, I don't love that you're hanging out with Adam. Basically,
Mhm.
like, he hasn't changed.
Yes.
So what are you doing? And she's like, I just shut the fuck up.
Well, she doesn't hold him responsible for anything, and that's why he never changes.
Yeah,
why
but that's also
he
why
knows
he's a-
every time he goes back, she'll be there.
But that's why he's hanging out with her because he knows that she won't help.
Yeah, of course. Because he knows as soon as he's like, "Hey, Chelsea, you want to hang out?" She's like, "Yes, yes, all the
Yes.
way, yes."
Her house is a mess.
Can I buy you lunch? Can I buy you dinner? Can I buy you clothes? Can I buy you a
Right.
truck? Right.
So he comes over
Mhm.
and he drives her car
Yes.
and they go to dinner. And he is like it's like going to dinner with 2 children.
Yes, agreed.
So Aubrey's like throwing things on the floor. Adam's laughing. And it's like, hello, can you help me?
And then he's like, "Well, put her down." And she's like, "She's gonna cry." And he's like, "So let her cry." And it's like, well, what
You're
about
in
the
a-
rest of the people at the restaurant?
Right. So Aubrey is screaming. So they have to
Aubrey's
leave and
having
go
a
home.
hard time.
Yes. So they have to leave. They go home and order in. And Aubrey is screaming. So they get Chinese food. And here's
Mhm.
this is the real story of Chinese food.
Yes.
I don't even like Chinese food.
Yes.
It smells so good.
Everything. If you brought Chinese food to my house right now, I'd be
You'd-
starving.
I know, but I also don't want to eat it. I also
not gonna
will not
eat
eat
it.
it at the end of the day.
No, me neither.
So she's in the car and Aubrey's in the back going, more. And he's like, you don't even have anything.
He's like, more what?
So they get home and Aubrey is dipping her spring roll into ketchup.
Yuck.
I thought it was a spring roll into sweet and sour sauce.
Okay, so I'm like, or is this some kind of like barbecue sauce? Like, what is this exactly? Just
Mhm.
ketchup. It's full on ketchup.
You gave her the ketchup.
You're a ketchup girl, though.
But you gave her the ketchup.
Yeah, well, she thinks it's gross. Kids love ketchup.
I know. So she said that she's really glad that they're not rushing things. She's like, listen, whatever we're doing now, I love it. I love it all the way.
I want to do this forever, as long as you want to do it forever.
Right. She's like, but what are we? What's our status? And he's like, we're civil. We're civil friends.
We're civil friends. And she's like,
And-
okay, yes, that's what I like. Yes.
Mhm. She's like, yeah, okay, but I'm not doing things with other people, and you're not going to do things with other people either, right?
And he's like, no, Chelsea.
Yeah. And she's like, don't worry, I'm not going to study for my GED either. And he's like, okay, good.
Okay,
I was
good,
worried
because
about that.
I don't want you to go further in life than me. Very good.
She's like,
That's
I
okay,
won't
she
study for my
won't.
GED, and you don't study for yours. And he's like, perfect. Deal.
You know, I wish that we knew like a little more about Adam, just like in general. Did he finish high school?
Right. What
Like,
does he do for work?
what's
Like,
his deal? Yeah.
What's his relationship
We
like
never
with his
saw
parents?
his parents. Right.
Grandma Donna's just a
Do
shadow
you have
in the wind.
siblings? I don't even know.
No way to
Shadow
know.
in the wind. There's no way to know.
Speaking of shadows in the wind, let's talk about Kail.
Oh, Kail.
All of a sudden, she got a new job.
You know, she couldn't do that before. They were the only job who would understand.
Well, now this boutique understands.
Now this boutique, now that she happens to break up with Jordan, very
She has a
easy to get
different
another
boutique-
job.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a different, no more khakis. I mean, what are you going to do?
Interesting. Yep.
So she's working out with this boutique, and she's hanging out with Joe a lot.
Okay, so they're hooking up a lot. So he comes over, pretends that he's gonna watch Isaac, and they
And
just
then he
bang. Yeah.
Gives her a little
Then they
tailpipe.
shower.
She's the cleanest she's been in years, and so is he. You could eat off the
Oh.
floor in her butthole.
Don't. I can't. I hate you so much because I can't tell you how often a day I think of that because of you.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a report card from Isaac's daycare that he isn't social and he doesn't really talk a lot.
You know what's so crazy is when I watched this back in the day, I would be like, ew, Isaac is not a cute kid. Now I'm like, why is he the cutest kid I've ever seen?
I know. He's really
He's
cute.
so cute.
I know.
Sorry. I just had to. It's also because he's not around other kids except for when he's in daycare. He's
No, but-
not socialized. Isn't that it?
No, I just think that kids like develop at different
Yeah,
times.
they do.
So Mark said that Jordan helped her a lot. So Mark is kind of like guilting her a little bit.
Well, Mark is also like, hey, if this is too much for you, you know who you could call, right? Because it's not going to be me, but I know this other guy that you could call.
Right.
He'll help you. He
You
likes
should
the kid.
You should get back with Jordan.
Yeah, basically, you should get back with
Right.
Jordan if you feel overwhelmed.
Right. But don't ask Joe to help you.
Right. And she's also like, well, yeah, but that wouldn't be fair to Jordan if I just
Right.
have him around to have him around. Okay, just
we'll see
keep
what
that in
happens.
mind, guys. Just see what happens.
All right. So she hasn't seen Joe, but he posted his music video and she heard that he's dating the video hoe.
She calls her not nice thing.
All right. So Mark comes over.
Mm-hmm.
This song,
Mm-hmm.
this video.
I remember this.
Mark said it looked professional.
Okay, but like I need to watch the actual video on YouTube.
Mark said it looked professional.
Uh-huh.
This song.
It's so good. I'm
They're
gonna find
just
it
in the
and post it
park.
in the
They're just
group.
walking in the park.
Uh-huh.
I hope they took it down.
They're in love. No, they definitely didn't take it down. Someone definitely has it up.
All right. Well, Kail calls V a hood rat.
Uh-huh. And then she's like, I know that they're not dating. They're just they have
She's
sex.
scared, right? But she's scared that he's with her.
Uh-huh. Of course she is. And you know that he is with her because the minute he met V, he's like, Kail, I don't want anything serious.
Right. So they
Yep.
hooked up a couple times, her and Joe again.
Right, right.
And she wants to confront Joe about this guy, and she's pretending that it's about this girl. She's pretending it's about Isaac because she doesn't want other women around Isaac.
Okay. Well, take your own advice, honey.
Because
it was okay for Jordan to meet Isaac after one date, right?
I mean, literally, Joe drove her to her date.
Right. But now V can't be around the kid. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will say something.
Say it.
If I were Kail,
Uh-huh.
and I think this is what she's doing,
Uh-huh.
she's making sure that she keeps hooking up with Joe. And
Of
I
course.
also would. Because I
Me
know we're on the
too.
television.
Uh-huh.
And I want this girl to know that at the end of the day, Joe is actively cheating on you.
Yeah, of course. And this
and
is
that's
what
exactly
she does.
what I would do. I would pretend I was in love with him.
But you know, it's so funny because I'm sure that Kail looks back at this and she's like, what the hell was I thinking and doing?
Mm-hmm. But I would have done it too.
Yeah, of course. Me too.
So she wants to confront Joe, and
Right.
her friend Stephanie comes over to discuss V.
Stephanie was the one that she was shopping with in Staples, right? Like buying
And
all
she
the
was like,
stuff.
"You can't afford anything."
Yes. Like it was like $400 in Staples. Yes, I
All
remember
right.
this.
So Kail goes to Joe's house to quote unquote check on Isaac. They don't even live close to each other.
That's so outlandishly
Oh my God, I
crazy
loved
to
it.
me.
I loved it.
This is you.
I loved
You
it.
and Kail are very much
Like,
alike
ha,
in
ha,
certain
ha, ha,
things.
ha. I was just in
Yeah.
the neighborhood. I was just riding my motorcycle by.
I would
I
never
wanted
in
to
my
know if you
lifetime.
wanted to go for a ride.
Uh-huh. Never. I could never do something like this.
So she got there.
Mhm.
Joe is frazzled. V
Mhm.
is in his bedroom,
Mhm.
but no one has fed Isaac.
See, that's the shitty part. Okay, have your girlfriend over. Feed the kid.
Right. So she's like, I'm gonna take him. Joe's
But
like,
also, I don't know if I believe that.
right. We don't know.
Right.
We only have the testimonial
Only
of
God knows.
only Isaac knows.
Right? Only Isaac knows. Isaac, speak up. Are you
I
hungry
know.
or what?
And he's like, did you see my report card?
I don't even talk a lot. Leave me alone.
Kail is big mad. But she said she's it's so confusing because she's so self-aware.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, he's doing exactly what I did to him.
Right. And she
He's doing
doesn't
that
care.
to me. But she's saying it out loud.
Right.
And she's not understanding what she's saying.
That's Kail.
She's like, I'm actually getting exactly what I gave him.
Right. But it's still not right that he's doing it.
But she's still not like getting it.
No, of course not.
So Joe comes over to talk because she asks him to come over to talk.
Right.
And she's like, does V know that we have sex? This is the exact conversation I would have had with him on
I know it
camera.
is. I know it is.
I would have been like, listen, I actually don't have a problem that you're dating anyone. Does she know that you tell me that you love me every single day and then you kiss me on the mouth and you tell me that you hate her?
And that, does she know that you're trying to get me pregnant?
Does she know that?
Does she know that you hid my birth control and that you just bust loads inside of me all the time?
Does she know that you tell me that you only want to be with me and you're trying very actively to marry me?
Did you tell her that you could eat off the floor in my butthole?
Did you tell her that you have eaten off the floor in my butthole and you weren't even hungry, but we had gotten Chinese food?
Yeah. You eat the booty like groceries, honey.
Did you tell her how much you've been showering?
I mean, did you tell her how clean I got you?
Hasn't she noticed there's been no scent underneath your ball sack?
Gross.
Sorry.
Gross. Tap out. Gross.
Okay, and moving on. But this is what I would have done. This is
No,
definitely what I would
I
have done.
agree with that.
I would
Uh-huh.
have been like, did you tell her the other night when you were holding my hand and telling and just like holding me that you said that,
me.
right, that you said that there's no girl that could ever compare to me no matter what you say out loud?
And that like you were talking to this other girl, but you don't even like her and you can't wait to break up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No, that would
just-
be you.
That would be me all the way.
It
And you'd be like,
would.
what? I didn't say that. I'd be like, Case, can you edit the part out when he says that he didn't say
Right.
that?
I'd be like, it's okay. You know the cameras are here. They'll edit it out for
I got
you.
it.
Don't worry. Just
I got
just
it.
Keep going along with it.
So Joe said that he's not with anyone. That's not true, Joe. That's not
Mhm.
true, Joe. You're with two people, Joe.
Maybe it's not his quote unquote girlfriend yet. Shut up.
Get a life.
Right.
So he said that he's like, but I told you every time I came in you, it was a mistake.
Well, first he's like, right, because he's trying to say like he was trying to make it like they only had sex once.
He's trying to backtrack. but
Yep.
He's
Kail's like
he's backpedaling.
mm-mm,
Uh-huh.
mm-mm.
He's like, it was a mistake. And she's like, what about the third and the fourth and the fifth and the
Right.
sixth and the seventh time? What about right now when we're having sex?
Right, because we're gonna have sex when this is done too. You're gonna come back.
Yeah, go outside, pretend you left, and then just come back.
Yeah,
We're
and
gonna
then
take a
just come back
shower.
in.
You have to take a shower. I'm gonna wash
You're
your
very-
balls.
Yeah, you're very hot.
She's like, that's right. I think you're hot.
I need to cool you off in the shower.
Mm-hmm. So Kail does not want V around her son, and she cries and she's like, I think you should leave. And he's like, all right, I'll come right back and have sex with you. And she's like, okay, fine.
I get it. It's like fine, you don't want a new person around your kid, but like stop.
That's not,
Kail.
but that's not
That's
really
not real.
what's happening.
Right. Uh-huh. This is like when she does the whole thing when V has a gas mask or whatever. I can't wait
she's
to
doing
get to all of
bong
this.
hits?
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Leah.
Leah lives with Kayla, and Corey's paying child support.
Very good.
She had to quit her job at the Midnight Dentist.
Seriously.
She's like, do you need an overnight root canal? I'll be your assistant. Root canals while you sleep. But no, actually, like when you sleep, like 3 a.m.
It is. It's a midnight root canal.
So she wants Corey back.
No, she doesn't. She's lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So she has to go to Shriners this week. And I don't know, there's a thing where the lawyer said that she didn't tell Corey that there were Shriners. I think Corey doesn't listen very well.
Could you imagine? Just could you imagine? I know you can't, but could you imagine you have kids with someone and you have your kids 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and the dad, you're not with the dad anymore. The dad comes to get the kids for Friday and Saturday, and you're crying about how much you miss the kids.
No.
This is what they do on the show. Leah's like, I just can't wait to get the girls. Are you that codependent?
So here's the other thing.
Yeah.
I guess people love their kids. Question mark. I don't know.
Yes.
Can't relate. Unrelatable.
Yeah.
Don't you want to go to Target alone?
Right. Don't you want to shower alone?
Don't you have to poop?
Right.
Don't you have things to catch up on?
Don't you want to eat something besides dino nuggets?
Can't you just catch up real quick?
Right. Right. It's just so weird.
Can't
to
you be
me.
like, you know what? I'm going to miss the girls. I'm going to get everything done that I haven't gotten done all
Right.
week and take advantage of this one day,
right.
less than 24 hours.
Well, because like Kail, Macy, so many of these women would fight just for that one extra day. And it's like, it's not fair. I want to be with Isaac. And it's like, why don't you just take a day off? Take a day off.
Clean the bathtub.
But that's what I mean. Go get a Manny.
You have go down the hill.
Yeah, go roll.
Go roll down the hill, Leah.
Do something.
It is strange to me.
Yeah.
Because you wonder how much of it's authentic and how much of it's control.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she said that she can't sleep at night because she wants to be back with Corey so much.
I don't believe that. I
But-
feel bad for Corey. I think she really screwed this guy's brain up.
I don't know. I feel bad for all of them because I don't think that she was emotionally mature enough to do any of this.
No way. No
Right.
way.
So Kim comes to the house, the personal trainer.
Right. The personal trainer, Allie's personal trainer comes to the house.
She's doing a deadlift competition and
Oh.
she needs some help.
Oh
Her
man,
physical
Allie, this
therapist. Oh my
kid
God.
is so cute rolling around.
So Corey texts her and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to the appointment," and she's
Right.
like, "Yeah, finally, we have a broken home, and now you decide to go." And it's like, Leah,
Mm-hmm.
choose your battles.
Yeah, shouldn't
Be
you be like,
grateful. Just be grateful.
awesome? I'm so glad that you're coming. Don't you want to get back together with him?
She's
This
not
is not
doing
the
a
way
good
you go about it.
not a good job of getting back together.
Yeah.
So she's like, "I am so sick about this breakup. I'm the one that lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds, Leah. You lost
You
50
didn't lose
pounds.
50 pounds. Mm-mm.
50.
That's not true.
Leah."
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of Leah.
So she starts crying to Curly, and Curly's like, "I don't know what's going
Curly's
on.
like, put me down, mom.
Please." So she wants
I'm
to
working
go.
on my workout of the day, mom.
She's like, "I gotta flip this tire real quick, please."
You gotta take it over to Javi. Come on.
Stop! I'm rolling it. Trying to close his mouth. So she wants to go to marriage counseling.
Yeah, but you know that Corey's not gonna go to marriage counseling.
Corey's like, "You filed for divorce,
Right.
I didn't want to be with you before you filed for divorce."
I hate that he does throw that at her. Like, well, you're the one that left. You're the one that filed for divorce.
It's like, you forced me to file for divorce. Stop.
Yeah, of course. You would have done it too.
So Leah's friend Amy, never seen before, never seen again.
Never seen again.
Comes to Shriners Children's Hospital,
Mhm.
and they talk after the appointment, and they seem
Fine.
calmer.
Yeah. They seem
better.
fine. It's a little awkward, but they're fine.
But it's this is what bothers me, and this was in the last episode too. It's when Leah has a second to think
Yes.
and she starts crying, I get upset.
I don't like watching her cry. I feel very bad for her crying, but I don't think her feelings are authentic.
I don't know if she knows how to have authentic feelings. Leah was
Agreed.
extremely abused.
No, agreed. I feel bad for her in general, her
Yeah.
whole situation.
It's not
Yeah.
good. It's
Mm-mm.
not good.
It's not good.
That was a quick little episode because
It was a
the
quick little
first
episode, but this was the first episode.
It
Yeah.
was the first episode. They did a lot of like recapping, like, "Hi, I'm Jenelle. I don't have custody of my
Uh-huh.
kid." I love in the beginning of that when they were like, Janelle's like, "I signed over temporary custody of my kid." And it's like, Jenelle,
You signed over 13-year custody of your kid.
it's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
It's
You still have a
it's less
whole heroin
temporary-
addiction coming up.
coming up next week.
Yeah.
Janelle shits in the bathtub.
Yeah. I was going to say, you have a whole poop to take in a bathtub.
Good thing Jace is with Andrew.
You know, I will say this though. I do think about that. I'm like, she had a whole heroin addiction and she's not a drug addict anymore. Like, good for her. That is really hard to beat.
Yeah. No,
I
listen,
will say that.
I hope Janelle is okay at some point.
I really want her to be okay. She'll never be okay while she's with David.
Absolutely not.
No.
Well, guys, patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Make sure you check us out. TikTok, Trash Talk Podcast. Noelle is at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Check out the show, Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram, TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. I will be opening for Hannah Berner at the Palladium in New York City, Times Square, April 27th. I will be in Montreal, June 9th and 10th. I'll be opening for Dean Edwards at Yonkers Comedy Club sometime in May. There's really no way to go. No. TraceyCarnazzo.com. Check me out at New York Comedy Club all the time. And I will, I'll see you next week.
Big things popping.
Leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. Goodbye.
Right.